this committee just cannot tell you enough how much we want to be side by side with you. I would say that every one of us get the constituent calls, every one of us trying to do it, and this bill will help alleviate some of the frustrations. And thank you for having the courage to be here, and thank y'all all for having the courage to be here. We're in your corner. We really are, and we say this all the time. We all are one disaster away,
Correct.
a health disaster away from being in your same shoes. Senator Chabert.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As many of you in the yellow shirts know, both the chairman, Senator Clater, and I served on finance last term, and that's when we got to know so many of you and the struggles that you walk. And I think that it's no coincidence that this term, when slots on this committee opened up, that folks like myself volunteered to take them. It's been my pleasure, as you know, my service is coming to an end, as is Senator Clater's, but it's been my pleasure to fight on your behalf and stand by your side. You've heard my stories about my personal testimonies in my own family, but the one that the young woman just described not only hits me at home, it hits me in my legislative office, as my legislative assistant, Jeannie Ardoin, has a disabled child, and she struggles to get services every day for the exact same reasons that you described. And just because she works for me does give her no special privilege, and she struggles just like everyone else, and she has this paltry salary that all of our legislative assistants have, but her husband does have a job, and then they make enough to get by, you know, if they had everything going right. And then you put this in their lives, and it makes their walk that much harder. So I strongly encourage DHH, and particularly the human service districts, that I still scratch my head after a decade of service and wonder why they don't do a better job of doing their job. But that's another discussion for another term. But just know that it's been, again, my pleasure to try to better your life situation. We fail a lot, but sometimes we succeed. And hopefully the folks that come behind us will continue to help you along your struggle. Because those who have a life that's introduced with a disabled child, if they're blessed and lucky, they're going to have a disabled adolescent, and then a preteen, and then a teen, and then a young adult. And that walk doesn't get any easier.
Amen.
Thank you very much, Senator Chabert, and you've always been an advocate, and thank you very much. Senator Clater?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. In the event that this is my last meeting here in Health and Welfare, which seems like it would be, but we're picking up other bills, to the ladies and husbands and fathers that come down here wearing yellow and used to wear purple, I know that it's hard to lay in bed at night and go over all the things that have happened to you, and that you frequently feel very, very alone, and how will you make it through tomorrow. But you come here and you look around and you have other folks supporting you. I've really learned a lot through this process from you guys, and if this is it, I love you guys, and I appreciate your support here, and I'll continue to try to support you out there on the outside.
Thank you, Senator Clayton. This has been dear to you and your heart. I tell you, I see health and welfare is something. We see the same faces each week, and sometimes we're not on the same page. Sometimes we're all on the same page. But if anybody doesn't have a yellow, all the yellow shirt advocates, please stand up so we can all give you a big round of applause of what you mean to us. All right, this is kind of like the Star Spangled Banner. We're all agreeing, but now we get back to work, huh?